Now at 5, some Liberty Utilities customers voiced their frustrations over the company's billing system. Plus, we're going to hear from a local driving school instructor about the 100 deadliest days for teen drivers. And
both the Harris and Trump campaigns are focusing on the economy this week. I'm Natalie Brandt with their messages to voters.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Customers say they're left feeling frustrated after experiencing issues with Liberty Utilities' new billing system, which was implemented in April. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Customers have reported receiving wrong billing amounts, struggles to make payments online, or in some cases not receiving bills at all. Some Liberty Utilities users say they've even received unexpected shutoff notices.
Right now I have a shutoff notice and I've never been late to pay a bill, and it's because the last time this is the second time I've been here. When I came the first time, she said, oh, you have 2 accounts. One starts with, the account number starts with 3 and the other one a 2. And I said, well, can you get that straightened out for me? And that was what I thought had happened. And here I am back again.
In a statement to KOAM, a spokesperson for Liberty Utilities says a limited number of customers have been impacted by data issues related to the billing system transition. They say they'll work with customers to provide additional time to pay past and current bills during this time. The company says they'll also waive late fees and suspend service disconnections for those experiencing delayed billing. And they add that the company saw an unexpected delay in mailing bills at the end of July, but it was not related to the new billing system. Neosho County, Kansas attorney Linus Thuston made his first appearance in court today after charges were filed against him this past week. KOAM's Anthony Saviello joins us with details.
Thuston faces 2 misdemeanor charges, one for tax evasion, the other for misuse of public funds. Thuston did not enter a plea deal today. Judge Merlin Wheeler asked the defense about a potential plea agreement, and the defense said they're prepared for a quick conclusion. Thuston turned himself in to the Neosho County Sheriff's Department following today's hearing for processing. He was released directly after. A new plea hearing is scheduled for September 4th. If found guilty, Thuston could face up to 18 months in jail and over $12,000 in fines.
On the misuse of public funds charge, we don't yet know details of the allegation or the amount of money involved, but we do know it's less than $1,000. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, turned out to be another hot one outside for us today. Temperatures into the mid to upper 90s, but our heat indices way up there as we went through the afternoon. So we have heat advisories in effect once again through the evening hours and then picking back up as we go into Thursday afternoon. Main reason why is the humidity causing that heat index way up there, about 107 to about 112 once again for us tomorrow. They do start to back down a little bit by Friday, which is good news, but still heat index is going to be right around 100 degrees. Also on top of that, we're going to be tracking some thunderstorms. A few of these guys will get into our northwestern counties late tonight and then into tomorrow morning. We're going to have some hit and miss storms. But once they start to pop up again tomorrow afternoon, some of those could be strong to possibly severe. So we're going to be breaking all of this down for you here in just a bit.
See you soon. According to AAA, the stretch of time between Memorial Day and Labor Day often sees an uptick on traffic-related fatalities, especially involving teen drivers. More than 7 people die per day in average in those crashes during those most dangerous 100 days. Speeding, texting, and driving under the influence tend to be common causes for car crashes. Officer Travis Bowman says it's important for parents to emphasize driving safety to their children.
New drivers' inexperience compiled with just the increased number of distractions, I would say the impulsive nature of the new drivers, and just them not knowing exactly how to prevent a lot of more common situations when driving.
To combat dangerous driving situations, the Pittsburgh Police Department partners with KDOT to emphasize the importance of driving safety. Former President Donald Trump returns to the campaign trail in the battleground state of North Carolina this afternoon, while his running mate visits Michigan. Both presidential campaigns are expected to focus on the economy this week. Natalie Brand has more details now from the White House.
Former President Donald Trump is expected to focus on an issue central to his campaign while rallying supporters in Asheville, North Carolina. He gave a preview before leaving Florida this afternoon.
It's gone very bad under this group of people with inflation, with the economy itself.
His campaign attacked the Biden administration's economic policies, what they're now calling Kamalanomics, and inflation. A report Wednesday put the annual inflation rate at 2.9% in July, the first time it's been under 3% since 2021. While high prices are still top of mind, some Democratic voters say they're feeling optimistic.
I feel good about the economy and the economy I'm going into and the job market I'm going into. It's all very exciting, I think, for people who, are voting blue. Just saying.
Vice President Kamala Harris will give her first policy-focused speech on the economy Friday when she travels to Raleigh, North Carolina.
The campaign says the remarks will focus on tackling inflation, lowering costs for the middle class, and a plan to take on corporate price gouging.
It is people like my grandmother who suffer the most when food and rent become unaffordable for normal people.
Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, hit the battleground state of Michigan today, while Democratic vice presidential candidate Minnesota Governor Tim Walz attends fundraisers in Denver and Boston. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
In what might be a further hint of what's to come in Vice President Harris's economic speech Friday, Governor Walz said he thinks the government should institute paid family and medical leave. Still ahead, an important exam before school even starts.
Starting the school year off right. I'm Jared Hill with what exams should be on the back-to-school checklist for children.
Plus, some tips for parents about discussing mental health with their kids. Those stories. Topping today's Health Watch, August is Children's Eye Health and Safety Month, raising awareness about protecting children's vision and the health of their eyes. As everyone heads back to school, pediatric ophthalmologists say it's critical to get a regular vision screening to detect and correct eye problems early. Jared Hill has more on what parents should know.
Helen Sanchez is getting ready for kindergarten.
Now what I want you to do.
And that includes having an eye exam. Her mom, Jade Elise, is an optometric technician and knows that's how to start the year off right.
Just to make sure that she's okay, since I wear glasses and my whole side of the family wears glasses.
To take a look inside of your eye.
Dr. Daniel Sear with Stony Brook Medicine recommends children have their eyes checked by a pediatric ophthalmologist at least once before starting school. Parents should also make sure their kids are screened at their annual well visit.
It's really important that all children have their eye checked before school because we have seen that in recent large, well-controlled studies that children who have refractive error, need for glasses, and have that corrected do better on their standardized testing scores.
With adults and children spending more time on devices, myopia or nearsightedness is increasing, which can cause eye fatigue and strain.
I like to talk to them about the 20-20-20 rule. After 20 minutes of focused near work, you take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. That allows the eyes to unfocus so that you can see up close, to relax, and that allows the eyes to relax. And it also allows you time to blink.
Dr. Sears says some conditions like amblyopia or lazy eye can be silent and missed at school vision screenings. Another reason to have an exam with a professional.
Great job, take a bow.
Helen's checkup went well.
Best way to learn is, if you see, you can learn better. So I'm excited for this new year. She's going to be doing great.
You get a prize.
This kindergartner can really keep her eyes on the prize this school year. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The American Optometric Association says a comprehensive exam is a good idea because many vision disorders not only might go undetected in children, but might also be misdiagnosed as ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning disabilities or behavioral problems. New research shows parents often avoid talking to kids about important issues like mental health and social media. A survey from Gallup and the Walton Family Foundation finds parents say they worry the most about their children's plans, their mental health, and their experiences on social media, but they struggle to discuss those topics with their kids. Psychologist Lisa DeMoore has advice on how parents can have successful chats with their teens and preteens.
look for openings, listen to when they're bringing it up. If you're having a conversation, keep it short. Teenagers can't tolerate long conversations about charged topics.
Other expert tips: schedule a talk. Teenagers don't do well when they're caught off guard. And don't be put off when teens roll their eyes. That's just what teens do. Just take it as a signal that they heard you. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our pet vet on call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we got a fun fact about koalas.
And the heat is sticking around, but we also have
your entertainment destination.
Well, of course, super hot day for us today. Temperatures all the way up into the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. Heat indices way up there as well. Looks pretty good, though. Just a few cumulus clouds. Nice shot of our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, heat advisories in effect once again through the evening hours, and then they pop up for us tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. And this is due to those very high humidity levels, which give you the wonderful heat index. So again, tomorrow afternoon, it's going to feel like about 107, upwards to 112, 113 once you get into our western counties. They do drop down a little bit once we get into Friday, but still we're going to have heat indices right around 100 to about 105 degrees. Day planner for you on your Thursday, starting at 75. A few hit and miss storms, 90 by noon, 95 by 4. Scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms, high temp right around 98 degrees. But we do even have a low severe threat as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Level 2 out of 5. You can see this is mainly Pittsburgh, Joplin, Neosho, points east, Monette, Nevada, Stockton, Springfield, into central parts of Missouri. Timing is going to be 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Main threats are going to be hail and wind. We're going to keep all the threats low, but of course, something we want to watch quite a bit as we go through the next 24 hours. Let's go into tonight. We're going to move shortly after midnight. Thunderstorms get into our northwestern counties, affecting Yates Center, Iola, Chanute, Fredonia as they push south and east. Some of these could be a little bit stronger, but they're going to weaken as they push in. By morning, hit and miss showers and thunderstorms along the north of I-44, and then kind of fall apart once we get into the daytime hours. A lot of clouds will keep our temps upper 80s to near 90 most of the day, but with some sunshine during the afternoon, we should spike back up into the upper 90s. Then thunderstorms get going again. Here's 4:30 p.m. Clusters of showers and thunderstorms, most likely strong to potentially severe, driving south and east along the I-44 corridor by 5 or 6 p.m., south of I-44 by 6 or 7 p.m., and then moving out of here as we get into tomorrow evening. So that's another factor that we got to keep our eyes on for us tomorrow. Outside right now, it's 96 Neosho, 99 at Grand Lake, it's 98 in Parsons. Yates Center is sitting at 98. Here's 7th and Rangeline sitting at 97, south winds at about 10. So it's been a little breezy. Through the evening hours, we slide back through the 90s, 80s, eventually into the upper 70s. We are pretty quiet, but we're going to be tracking thunderstorms kind of getting going out across central, northeastern parts of Kansas later on tonight. Dome of high pressure giving us the heat, and then these weak little waves kind of jump over that ridge, giving us chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms. All right, now that we've already covered Thursday, let's go into Friday. Friday also is going to be fairly hot and humid, but another big batch of showers and thunderstorms roll in Friday evening into Friday night. Some of those could be strong to possibly severe as well. So a lot to watch over the next couple days. An alert day tomorrow, mainly due to the high heat index, but also that low severe threat. 97 with the evening storms on Friday. Most of the weekend looks pretty good, plus the temperatures back off a little bit. High temps into lower 90s.
I guess it's all relative. Lower 90s does look relative.
Looks better, yeah.
Thanks. Coming up, we're going to check out the numbers from the latest inflation report. Topping today's Consumer Watch, Mars, the maker of Snickers and M&Ms, has made a $29 billion offer to buy the company behind Cheez-Its and Pringles. Kellanova, which spun off from Kellogg's last year, also makes Pop-Tarts, Eggo, and Morningstar Farms vegan and vegetarian food. Mars' acquisition of Kellanova involves a 33% premium over its closing stock price just 2 weeks ago. The deal would rank in the top 10 global food and beverage mergers and acquisitions since 1995. Some encouraging news. A new government report shows inflation continues to ease slowly. CBS News senior business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent has a look inside the numbers and what it means for consumers.
The latest inflation numbers come with some good news. Prices at the grocery store rose just 1.1% annually in July. Gas is down 41 cents a gallon compared to last year, and many back-to-school items are less expensive, including kids' clothing. That's good news for Michelle Modelis, who is outfitting her grandkids for the new school year.
Well, of course, I like to always find if we can find something on sale or find something that is going to be a good value for the price.
The Consumer Price Index shows overall inflation is up 2.9%, the lowest increase since 2021. But some key prices are still rising rapidly. Car insurance is up more than 18% year over year, and rent increased 5.1%.
Housing represents the biggest expense for most households. About a third of the overall Consumer Price Index is housing. So that's more than any other category.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says even though prices are moderating, years of high inflation are weighing on consumers.
If we were in a normal period of inflation, prices would be up probably 10% over the last 4 or 5 years. In this current economy, prices are about 20% higher than they were before COVID.
The Federal Reserve has been keeping interest rates high to bring inflation down. Now economists expect the Fed to cut rates next month. The big question is by how much? Jolene Kent, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The report also shows used car prices are down almost 11% compared to last year, and smartphones have dropped 8%. Our Pet Vet on Call is up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, some back-to-school deals to save you some money. Then on KOAM News at 6, we're going to have more on the issues some Liberty Utility customers are facing with the company's billing system. Plus, we'll head to football practice for the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Every animal species is unique, but various species can also have more in common than you might suspect. Today, our Pet Vet on Call has a fun fact for us about koalas.
Koalas' hands are very closely resemble the human hand, and their fingerprints have swirls and loops that are almost identical to human fingerprints. So if a koala is caught inside of a crime scene, they could allegedly really confuse the investigators.
Yeah, the koala did it. We invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, you just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here on KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. From the Joplin Humane Society, we have Toof Wes. I said it correctly, Toof Wes. The shelter says she's a long-haired female kitten. And from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society, we have this 1-year-old pit bull terrier named Strawberry. The shelter says she loves to snuggle in soft blankets, kind of a pink nose. Maybe that's the explanation for the name. If you're looking for a pet, why not check out your local Humane Society? It's hot out there for man or beast, Doug.
It's going to stay hot as we go through the evening hours. Some hit and miss storms popping up late tonight into tomorrow morning, and then again late tomorrow, and some of those could be strong to severe. An alert day due to a severe threat, but also that very high heat index, about 105 to 112. Some thunderstorms again on Friday night.
Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and of course we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.